Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna showcase a Dragunity build that I just put up together to play in the new event in Master Duel, like the Legend Anthology event. And it's been hard to make a Dragunity deck just to have fun in this event, but of course we all know there is no such thing as fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course the event is just full of floodgates. Even though Konami banned most of the floodgates, there are other floodgates that are still in the game, uh, what's the card called? Like this one, like the Kaiser Colosseum is for some reason legal, and because of this, Marinces is just unbeatable if it goes first. So there is that. So yeah, I tried to make a Dragunity deck to just to play it in the event because I'm a Dragunity main, so I just want to play Dragunity. I'm not interested in other archetypes basically. So the problem is, for some reason, like if we look at the Dragunity archetype here, Konami decided that cards like Guidurg, Barca, even Ascalon are problematic in this event. They even banned Arid Bear and Romulus. They didn't even limit Romulus. So, yeah, for them, these cards are problematic. But guess what? They didn't even touch cards like Kali Yuga. I mean, I get it. One of the main protagonists or antagonists in I forgot the name of the anime. I think it's Arc 5. Plays DDD, but come on, like Kali Yuga legal? Really? You will ban Arid Bear but keep Kali Yuga legal? Did you know that even Lava Golem is actually legal in this event? I actually just lost to a Numeron player playing Lava Golem. He plays 3 of them. Yes, Numeron is legal. They did their best to hit the deck, and by that I mean they just banned one of the Xyz and they left 3 of the other Xyz legal. They didn't even limit them, they just at full power, right? But I digress. I'm not here to complain. Like there are a lot of archetypes that are still legal in this event, which is insane, but whatever. But for some reason, like the Dragunity archetypes is too strong, so we need to ban everything basically. They didn't even let us keep Barca at least. Anyway, so I made my best to just come up with a silly list, just to play in this event. It's kinda like the core engine of Dragunity, but I added a few cards here and there just to try and be a little bit good to and win some games basically. So I've added Decklist here, which works very well with cards like Legionnaire and Gormfaubar, because Decklist can actually destroy a card on the field if it is sent from the spell and trap zone while equipped to a monster basically. So which works very well with Legionnaire, who can destroy a monster on the field by sending one Dragunity from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard basically. And also works with Gorm, who can actually banish 2 cards from the graveyard by sending one card equipped to it from the spell and trap zone. So there is like a niche interaction between these cards. Of course, I'm playing double Gizarmia here because I'm playing Whirlwind and the Black Rose engine, which is basically a dark hole, but for all cards. Besides that, nothing too crazy. I have one copy of Return of the Dragon Lords here. I have 1 copy of Dragunity Divine Lance, just to add more consistency basically to the deck. And I'm playing triple Twin Twisters. We need back row removal. We need some board breakers. I'm playing 1 copy of Glow here just because sometimes I need to special summon monsters equipped to Leviathan or to Armagram or something. So yeah, for the extra deck, nothing too crazy. I have triple Variana because Guidurg is banned. So this is basically bridge between our main deck monsters and the strong extra deck monsters, basically. I play one Gaibolg because this is just a big monster, basically. If you can summon it and use its effect, it actually can get quite big. Like our strongest winged beast, which is Senatus or Legatus, have 1800 attacks, so you can add that to the 2000, so you can have a beater with 3800 attack, which can beat over most monsters, like unless the other monsters, of course, boost their attack. We have an interesting card here, a level 6 Dragon Synchro Red Wyvern. This card is very good actually in this event because a lot of people like to play like decks who summon like extra deck monsters who just boost their attack, like Utopia, for example, right? This card stops that because once, while it is face up on the field, I can activate it during either player's turn and just destroy the highest attack monster on the field. So it's good. Like, it's very niche, of course, but it's very good in this event in particular. I play a Clearwing Synchro Dragon because this card is good against like fusion monsters, right? And fusion and synchro monsters, but mostly fusion, like against like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician and a lot. Gorm, of course. Stardust Dragon, because why not? I play like two hot red dragons, like the Arcfiend and the other one, the Scarlet Red Dragon. And also, since I've played these two, I just decided to add the Arcfiend Abyss because I'm playing Destrudo and I'm playing Veiler, so I can just use these two to go into Arcfiend Abyss. And I'm playing the two links, Borrel Dragon and Borrel Sword Dragon, because they are very good at OTKing and breaking boards, especially Borrel Dragon. So yeah. I've had other cards like in this deck, but I took them away because they're not consistent and I don't see them a lot in my hand. Cards like Red Cocoon, because they work with the Hot Red Dragon engine, basically. So, and I had like cards like this Gravity Collapse, which can work with our deck because we use our synchro summons. So we also had like Red Rain, but I took it out. I even tried to play with Harpy's Feather Storm, but I didn't see it enough to actually justify playing it. So yeah. Anyway, let's hop into the replays and showcase like 3 replays that what I actually win with this deck, believe it or not. And there are actually good duels. Like let's start with the least good duel, basically. So this tool is nothing crazy, like it's just to showcase how I can play this deck in this event. I think I'm playing against the Dark Magician deck here. I'm not sure. Yeah, so yeah. This one is playing Spellbook Magicians, basically. So here I'm just gonna negate the Magician of Prophecy here because I don't want them to get any more cards in their hand, but it didn't matter, they still had extenders. So they're just going to their place. They're trying to put up a board of some sort. Now this deck can go crazy if you just don't negate anything. So yeah, we'll just let them do their thing, and this is the board they end up with. So this card can destroy a monster during the battle phase, I think, yeah. So here I'm just gonna use like Remus to get access to Ravine. I'm gonna activate Claw to search for Armagram and ditch Armagram with the Twin Twister to destroy the back row. And here I'm just gonna ditch the Dark Hole to get Legatus and just go into my Synchro Summon, and I think I'm gonna go into Skybolt, yeah. Unfortunately I don't have any more monsters in the graveyard, but it's okay. So I'm just gonna negate this monster with Armagram so they don't have to destroy a monster. I'm gonna destroy it with Armagram, equip it, and then just attack with Gaibolg, basically. My opponent draw into Timaeus, because of course, yes. For some reason my opponent always have like a place. So they attack over Armagram. They know that I don't have any cards in my graveyard to special summon Armagram again. Thankfully, we drew into Phalanx, so it's full combo from here. So we add Jukes, normal summon and go into Vairayana. Vairayana equip Phalanx, special summon Phalanx and go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Here we're gonna just go overboard basically and just summon Armagram, negate the fusion, attack with Crystal Wing of course, which boosts its attack, and finish with style with Guy Volk by banishing the Dukes. So this is just warm up basically. This is the least exciting replay. So now we're gonna hop into an actual replay with a lot of interactions, like a lot of back and forth basically. So in this duel I think I'm playing against Utopia, if not mistaken. And I'm going first. So here I just banish Tempest, get Remus, and try to go full combo from here. When I say full combo, I mean full combo to the best of my abilities with this deck, because this deck is missing a lot. So here I'm ditching Dark Worm, so I'm gonna special summon it by its own effect, add the gate 0, and here I'm gonna go into Red Wyvern, and then I'm gonna special summon Legatus, and go into, I think, Crystal Wing, if not mistaken. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So yeah, so this board is not that crazy of course, but it's still good. Like we have an interruption on the opponent's turn. If they summon any like big monster, we can destroy it with Red Wyvern, and we have a monster negate. And we have Raigeki for follow-up for next turn, basically, if they don't put UKS, that is. So yeah, so my opponent is on Utopia, full gas Utopia by the way, so keep that in mind. So they're just gonna start special summoning like it's nothing basically. I'm gonna try to interrupt them at key moments in the combo, again to the best of my capabilities, because I don't really know too much about Utopia deck. So here I use the effect of Red Wyvern to destroy the Leo Utopia here, because not only it was the biggest monster on the field, but also this card has like a negate effect, I think, or a destruction effect. You can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effect. So yeah, so because it has its effect, I decided to use the Red Wyvern there to get rid of it. But of course, I know that Utopia does not stop there; it still has a lot of gas. So let's watch. Here I'm gonna destroy this monsters because I didn't want them to get any more advantage. But of course they still had extension, they still had plays, and they even had the Harpy's Feather Duster. Like they had everything basically. So they even denied me my Ravine. So unless I draw into another Ravine next turn, I'm a little bit in trouble basically. So here they just attack over my Crystalline Synchro. Yeah, I'm just left with this Red Wyvern. Again, this Red Wyvern can only activate its effect once while it is face up on the field, so I cannot use it again. So it's pretty much like a normal monster basically on the field right now. So I need to get rid of some of his monsters. I Raigeki trying to destroy the Utopia, but of course you cannot protect that with the DW. So here I'm just putting Samsara Dragon in defense just as a body, trying to survive. My opponent summons Utopia as a lightning. And they even had like this exchange tactics, so they even drew like 2 cards off of it. So yeah. So here I get my Tempest back due to the effect of Gold Sarcophagus. So my opponent, let's see the state of the board. So my opponent has Utopia as a lightning, which actually can prevent my monsters to activate their effect during the battle phase, I think. Yeah, during damage calculation. So yeah. And they have like 1 back row, and yeah, so let's see how I break this board. So Here I special summon Red MD by its own effect, banishing the Red Wyvern, but I get negated, I get Imperm. So now I'm gonna activate Tempest, getting access to Armagram, and now I'm gonna summon Armagram and negate the Utopia Rita Lightning. So now he cannot just negate me, and did he have an effect to boost his attack or something? If this card battles, your opponent cannot activate. If this card battles an opponent monster, while this card has Utopia. Yeah, it had another battle effect where it can boost its attack, basically making it double. So Armagram was really a good choice here. So yeah. So getting Armagram here was really good. So now I just destroyed that Utopia Lightning and equipped it to my field. So let's see how my opponent is gonna break that board, but of course they just scoop because there is nothing they can do. They used all their gas basically at the start, and now they have nothing. So we survived and we won the duel. And now to the actual best duel that I had with this deck so far. Keep in mind I'm still playing in the event. It's just I wanted to make this video to showcase these three these three wins. So in this duel I'm actually playing Blue Eyes deck, and I'm going second. So it's a little bit rough. So my opponent is just gonna start playing. He already has the Dictator of D, and he's just gonna start adding Blue Eyes cards to his hand and load the graveyard with Blue Eyes cards. So even though Blue Eyes is not really that good of an archetype in general, like in competitive, in this event in particular, it's really strong. Like this deck has a lot of high attack monsters and a lot of protection built into it. So it's really hard to play against, especially if you're playing Dragunity without any of your core like engine cards, right? Like you don't have a lot to play with it. So here I actually imperm the Azure Eye Silver Dragon because I don't want his dragons to be immune basically on my turn. So because with these cards I can play and I can try to break the board, but I cannot do that if Azure Eye's Silver Dragon protects his board, right? So I just imperm that. So now his dragons are still like affected. Here he's gonna reborn the egg, and he's gonna go into Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. And of course he still has advantage. Like this deck can actually go crazy like in this event. Look at this board, like holy shit. So yeah, so here my hand is not the best, but let's see how I fare here against my opponent. So I'm gonna activate Ravine, ditch the Peace Army to get Dukes. I'm gonna get Dukes, trying to get the Peace Army, and here I have a level 7 Synchro that I can make. Here I was debating whether I go directly into like Black Rose Dragon to try to destroy everything, but I didn't think that that effect is actually needed in this case. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Clear Wing because Blue Eyes play Synchro and Fusions, and which Clear Wing actually really good against, right? So if any level 5 or higher monster activate that effect, I can just negate and destroy. That was the idea basically. And now I summon Armagram, negate the Dictator of D so I can attack to my leisure. Of course they had the Jet Dragon in hand. So look at this play. So now since I have Glow in hand and I destroyed the Azure Silver Dragon, which I purposely attacked because I knew I can just equip it with Armagram and then re-summon it with Glow, and the Azure Eye Silver Dragon has the effect, like I said earlier, when it is special summoned, it actually protects all the dragons on my field. And because I summon it with Glow, this actually works in my advantage basically. So now my dragons are protected from card effects basically. They cannot be destroyed by card effects, which is really cool. So I used his own monsters against him, so I thought it was a cool play, like I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, so here our board is not the greatest because we don't have any interruptions, but still we have 3 bodies on the board. So let's see how my opponents plays it. So they're just gonna like recycle cards to their hand and fusion summon into Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, which is really bad for us because Tyrant Dragon can attack all monsters that we have, and he has 3400 attack. So I don't have an easy way to out this card. So he's just gonna attack everything. He basically broke the board like it was nothing, basically. And now the Spirit Dragon is just gonna tag out for the Azurite Silver Dragon, and of course now his dragons cannot be destroyed by card effect. So now I'm a little bit in trouble, but what you're about to see is one of the best plays I've done in this event. So I'm just gonna activate Cold Sarcophagus, banish the Tempest. The Tempest gets Remus, and I'm gonna activate Remus, even though I have Ravine in hand, to get another Ravine. I'm gonna activate Ravine, ditch the Gizarmi, get Senatus, normal Senatus, ditch the Mistletoe, get Phalanx, special summon the Phalanx and the Remus, special summon the Armagram. I have 4 effect monsters on the field. Don't worry about that negate. I thought I could negate something. I forgot that Azurite Silver Dragon already protected the other dragon, so I cannot target the dragon. But I had 4 effect monsters on the field, so now I'm just gonna go into Borolo Dragon. This is the out to any big monsters that your opponent can do, like whether it's Tyrant Dragon, whether it's Avramax, whether it's like, I don't know, like any card that is too big to beat or like cannot be targeted or something. Borolo Dragon is your out. So now I'm just gonna attack the Tyrant, activate the effect, steal the Tyrant, and attack all the effects. I'm just gonna activate the effect of Tyrant casually, put in back the Infinite Impermanence, and I'll just clear this board just like that, basically. So now my opponent is a little bit in trouble because he lost all his board. He just put a back row, but yeah, this replay is when I actually had Red Cocoon still in the deck. So here I'm just gonna summon Armagram and go for lethal, hoping that the back row is not really relevant, and of course it was not relevant. So, and I just clutched out the victory here. So yeah, that duel was actually hard fought. Like it was a really good back and forth. Like I actually was in trouble at multiple points during the duel, but I managed to get the win. And yeah, so this is what I like about these events when they are played correctly, like when they are played without floodgates and whatever. Like these kind of duels, like the back and forth, like you actually get into trouble, but then you try to find the solution to that situation basically and try to get the win. Like these are the kind of duels that I like, even though I'm playing against like Utopia and Dark Magician and Blue Eyes. Still, like the idea is still the same. Like it's fun. Like it's actually fun playing these duels and trying to find a solution basically to the puzzle that is in front of you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will showcase the deck again. Actually, let me showcase the opponent's deck because I already showed my deck at the start of the video. So this was the first replay. My opponent was playing basically Spellbook Dark Magician. The second replay that we did, my opponent was playing, I think the Lone deck, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Lone deck of Blue Eyes, which is strong in its own way. And this is the other replay. This is Utopia. So this was the second replay. The Blue Eyes was the last replay that I showed. So this is the Utopia deck basically, which is almost at full power, I think, minus the hand traps and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing and leave a like if you like the video, and comment down below what you thought about this deck list, which is kind of troll. Like I'm gonna show it one last time. Like do not play this in ranked, okay? So yeah, I will leave you with this deck list, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.